Welcome back to the podcast. Today, we are going to talk about the importance of disconnecting during the holiday season. We're specifically going to be looking at decluttering your daily clutter as well as your mental clutter. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Flora, certified simplification coach and 7-time author. And for over 27 years, I've been helping women like you align into a life and a business that you are wildly obsessed with by helping you clear the 9 types of clutter, keeping you from a life that you love. What are those 9 types of clutter? They are mental, spiritual, emotional, digital, financial, daily, body, process, and environmental clutter. My YouTube page is where I share my environmental decluttering tips, and here on the podcast, I share with you how to declutter the rest. Please subscribe or follow this feed so you get notified every single time an episode is released. So today, as I mentioned, we're going to talk about how you can take some time off during the holidays. And I think the first thing for us to touch on is the importance of taking time off. Now, the holiday season, whatever you choose to celebrate, is meant to be for a time of joy, connection, rest, and celebration of your spiritual practice and your spirituality. So whatever it is, this is a time to bask in that energy and in that celebration with your family and or the people that you surround yourself with. And often as entrepreneurs, we convince ourselves that our businesses need us literally 24/7. Now I have to tell you through experience, this is one of the fastest ways for you to burn out and also to decrease and diminish your productivity. Now, as Henry Ford once said, stopping to sharpen the saw is not time lost, it is time gained. I want you to imagine coming back after the holiday season and feeling really rejuvenated and refreshed and not exhausted. We're going into a new year. This is a massive year for a lot of people. There's been so many changes and so many shifts in 2024. And moving into this next year feeling exhausted because you worked throughout the holidays has a very different vibe to it instead of taking time off, resting, recuperating, finding your center, and then coming back into 2025 rested, rejuvenated, and ready to truly hit the ground running. So I want you to recognize what's important to you during this holiday season and how do you want to feel moving into 2025. That's the first thing, is really give yourself permission to bring that into full focus for yourself. Now, the second thing that I would like for you to consider is what systems do you have that automate the back end of your business or certain portions of your business? This is one of the most effective ways to create time off. Well, basically to create that space for time off when you're running a company, when you're running your own business, and as an entrepreneur. So one of the things that you can do is start to identify the repetitive tasks that take up your day. This could be scheduling out your social media. This could be sending out emails to your list. This could be sending out links to book up your calendar for the next year. Look at how you can be creating routine processes for your business. Pro tip, one of the things that you can start using is project management tools like Trello or Asana to create workflows that you can use while you're offline. This is one of the things that I help my clients do during our consulting calls. So if you are interested in learning how you can automate and streamline your company and your business so that you can have more time off, so that you can enjoy the profits that you're making, click the link in the show notes, click the link below this video if you're watching this on YouTube, and let's dig into it. Let's talk. I love helping people do this because this is one of the things that opens up so much for entrepreneurs and for people that truly want to spend less time doing that administrative back end and more time creating and, more importantly, taking time off during the holiday season. The third thing for us to look at today is delegation. And this is one of my favorite things to do as an entrepreneur is to delegate things outside of my wheelhouse. You have your expertise. Often, entrepreneurs will try to do all the things. They'll try to do the admin side, the tech side, the video editing side, the social media side, as well as the coaching and the thing that you do the best. Maybe it's writing, coaching, whatever it is. And when you can recognize there's only so many hours in a day, and there's certain things that you are an expert at, where you live in your zone of excellence and your zone of genius, and then maybe you struggle to do all the other type back end things. When you hire someone or delegate things like that to someone who is an expert at email automation or the tech stuff or the video editing or whatever, all of a sudden, instead of it taking you 3 hours to do it, maybe it takes them 30 minutes because they are such an expert. So look at what you could possibly start delegating in your business and in your company, and then start asking yourself, well, which one of these do I absolutely need to do myself, and which one could I hand off? Now, a lot of people are just like, well, I don't even know because I have so many things that I do. Get a piece of paper and write down every single thing that you do every single day, every single week, every single month, and then ask yourself, which one of these are my expertise? Which one of these things do I absolutely love doing? And which ones are not in my wheelhouse? Which ones are really not my expertise and maybe you struggle with doing them? And really start to differentiate the two, and then give yourself permission to really look at who could I hire or who could I bring on board, or who on my team could take these things off my plate and really start to automate this type of thing through delegation. Now, I once worked with a client who really hesitated to let some things go. She was just like, oh, I can't. And I'm like, why? And she's like, well, they're not going to do it right. I'm like, well, trust the process. Really trust the process, because she had never worked with a VA before and someone to do technical stuff. And I helped her with the interview process, and she found someone. She's like, ooh, I like her energy. She says she knows how to do XYZ, which was exactly the stuff that she needed to do or have done. She hired that person, and she was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And she only that assistant only works 5 hours a week. And that 5 hours that her assistant is using used to take my client 25 hours worth of her time trying to do that stuff on her own. So delegating to your team is not only something that's going to free up your time, but it's also going to put money in somebody else's pocket to help them thrive as well. Because that's one of the reasons why we're entrepreneurs, is to share our gifts, to share with the world what lights us up. So why not use your revenues and some of the income that you're making to spread the love and hire someone that can take stuff off of your plate and put some money in their pocket, and you just spread the love that way. That brings us to number 4, which is so important. Now, it's one thing to set up your systems and delegate tasks, but mentally disconnecting is a whole other realm. Now, this is critical. This is absolutely crucial for you to truly enjoy, not just this holiday, but when you go on vacation next year, or maybe you have a family emergency and you have to be out of town for a month. This is huge, being able to mentally disconnect when you've set up the systems, when you've delegated those tasks and you've prepped your business. Being able to mentally disconnect is that fourth and final piece that will allow you to fully be able to refill up your cup during this holiday and subsequent holidays after this, but also be able to just allow yourself to trust in the team that you've built, in the systems that you've created, and it just truly allows you to bring your business and your company to the next level. And this is what a lot of entrepreneurs miss. Is they do the delegation, they set up the systems, they go on vacation, but they're still focusing on their business. They're still thinking and worrying and all the things. When you have set up proper systems in place, when you have the right team members in place and you've delegated the work to them, you truly then will be able to trust the process and fully be able to disconnect, which is so huge. And part of disconnecting is also setting up boundaries with your team and saying, I'm out of pocket right now. Now, this is out of pocket meaning like you have no signal, not out of pocket like you're upset, like really, really upset. I found out recently that that's a new term. Being out of pocket is being upset, which back in my day, being out of pocket means no cell service and that you're not available for work or anything else. So this is the old school definition of out of pocket. So allow yourself to really recognize that it is about setting up systems. It is about so that you can automate things. It's about delegating those things that are not in your wheelhouse. And it's about setting up these boundaries with your team and yourself so that when you are disconnected from work, when you are out of pocket, you can recharge. You have that deregulation of your nervous system where you can just be like, and you allow yourself to just be in the moment of whatever it is, whether it's this holiday or the holidays and vacations that you have moving forward. This will truly allow your brain to just step away from all the things. And when you close your computer and you walk away for 2 weeks or a month during this holiday season, you will start to feel so refreshed, so invigorated, and you're going to come back with so many ideas. And that's one of the last tips that I have for you today, is to get a notebook or a journal specifically for the times when you are unplugged from your company, from your team, from all the things, and pay attention to those things that come in. Pay attention to all of those ideas, all of the aha moments, all of the things that percolate, because you have time now. When you're focused solely on work and systematizing and delegating and all the things, but you have not mentally disconnected, your brain doesn't have space to see what else is coming, to receive those aha moments from source energy of like, oh my gosh, this is the next thing I want to create, or this is the next thing I want to do, or this is the next person that I want to collaborate with. When you absolutely mentally disconnect, you make space for this to happen. Ooh, it is so good. So, quick tip, let your team and your clients know what your holiday hours are, what your availability is, and leave, this is very important to do, leave an emergency route to and for your clients and your team, but focus on what actually is an emergency, okay? What actually is an emergency, because some people think everything is emergency, and that is absolutely not the case. So to review the steps that we just went through here, number 1, review your current to-do list and identify things that you can automate or delegate or both. The next thing is implement a simple automation tool to help you manage repetitive processes in your company and in your business. Number 3, communicate your holiday schedule to your team and your clients. And number 4, start practicing an end of work ritual at the end of the day now, so that when you are on holiday or on vacation, you can fully disconnect. So what this might look like is you closing the laptop and not picking up your phone for any work-related reason whatsoever until you're back at work the next day. Doing this over the next couple of weeks will help you fully disconnect when you are on your holiday break. Now, if this is something that you're interested in having me help you do to simplify and streamline your business so that next year you can be doing less while making more and having a bigger impact on your audience, click the link in the show notes, or if you're watching this video, click the link below this video to get on my calendar so we can have a conversation to see if working together is a perfect fit for both yourself and myself. Let's continue this conversation. If you're watching this on YouTube, I invite you to share your experiences with streamlining your business for the holidays in the comments below. If you're listening to this on any podcast streaming service, please email me, flora@florasage.com, to share your comments. If you found today's episode helpful, please subscribe, share with your friends, and leave a review. Your support helps this podcast reach more people looking to declutter their lives and align into a life and a business that you are wildly obsessed with. I hope this serves you today, and I will see you in the next episode. Mwah.